Shen Yue's emotional tribute leaves fans speechless as Xiao Zhan's quiet loyalty takes center stage. The entertainment world thrives on dazzling premieres, glamorous red carpets, and unforgettable performances. Yet sometimes, it is a quiet moment away from the cameras that captures people's hearts the most. That was exactly what happened when actress Shen Yue shared a touching story about friendship, loyalty, and compassion, a story that quickly became the center of countless fan discussions. According to the fictional tale, the atmosphere inside the hospital was unusually calm. The bright corridors echoed with the sounds of nurses making their rounds while worried staff members quietly exchanged updates. It was a difficult period for everyone involved, and emotions were running high. Among those who arrived without seeking attention was Xiao Zhan. There were no photographers waiting outside. No social media announcements. No carefully planned public appearance. He simply came because someone he cared about needed support. The story claims that Wang Yibo was recovering after being admitted to the hospital following an unexpected health scare. While medical professionals focused on his recovery, those closest to him remained anxious about his condition. Shen Yue recalled how uncertainty filled every room. No one knew exactly how long recovery would take. No one knew when life would return to normal. But amid all the uncertainty, one familiar face reportedly remained constant.
Xiao Zhan.
Instead of making brief visits before disappearing, he allegedly stayed for hours, checking in repeatedly and making sure Wang Yibo never felt alone. Hospital staff supposedly noticed his quiet routine. He never asked for special treatment. He never attempted to draw attention to himself. He simply wanted his friend to recover. According to the story, Xiao Zhan often sat quietly by the bedside while doctors completed their examinations. Sometimes neither of them spoke much at all. Other times they laughed about old memories from the early days of their careers, remembering auditions, long filming schedules, and moments when neither imagined becoming international stars. Those conversations became small islands of comfort during an uncertain time. Shen Yue reportedly described the atmosphere as deeply emotional. She explained that true friendship reveals itself during life's most difficult moments rather than its happiest celebrations. Many people celebrate success together. Far fewer remain present when circumstances become painful. That, she suggested, was what made Xiao Zhan's actions so meaningful. One evening, according to the fictional account, Wang Yibo appeared particularly discouraged after receiving news that recovery would require additional patience. Anyone could see the disappointment in his expression. Months of hard work had suddenly been interrupted. Future schedules had become uncertain. Projects were being postponed. For someone known for discipline and determination, being forced to slow down was emotionally exhausting. Rather than offering empty encouragement, Xiao Zhan reportedly reminded him of the many challenges he had already overcome throughout his career. Every setback had eventually become another chapter in a much larger story. This one would be no different. Those simple words reportedly shifted the mood inside the room. Instead of dwelling on frustration, Wang Yibo slowly began focusing on healing one day at a time. Shen Yue said that watching the interaction taught her something important about genuine friendship. Support does not always come through grand speeches. Sometimes it comes through silent company. Sometimes it comes through sitting beside someone without expecting recognition. Sometimes it comes through showing up every single day. As news of the alleged visits spread among fans, reactions poured in across social media. Many praised the image of unwavering loyalty. Others reflected on how difficult moments often reveal the strongest relationships. Some fans even shared personal stories about friends who had supported them through illness, saying the fictional account reminded them to appreciate those who remain present during life's hardest battles. The discussion gradually became less about celebrity status and more about the universal value of dependable friendship. Industry insiders within the fictional narrative also expressed admiration. One producer commented that while audiences often judge actors by their performances, colleagues usually remember how they treat people behind the scenes. Awards eventually become memories. Kindness leaves a lasting reputation. Shen Yue emphasized that fame can sometimes create misunderstandings. Public appearances rarely tell the complete story. People see interviews, variety shows, and promotional events. They do not usually witness private acts of compassion. That was why, in her view, this particular story deserved attention. Not because it involved famous people, but because it highlighted humanity. As Wang Yibo's fictional recovery progressed, the atmosphere inside the hospital gradually changed. Doctors became increasingly optimistic. Smiles replaced worried expressions. Conversations shifted from medical updates to future plans. Hope slowly returned. Throughout every stage of that journey, Xiao Zhan reportedly remained a reassuring presence. Whether bringing books, sharing jokes, or simply sitting quietly nearby, his actions spoke louder than words ever could. Shen Yue reflected that genuine friendship requires consistency. It is easy to appear supportive for a single moment. Remaining supportive over days and weeks demands something much deeper. Patience, compassion, commitment. Those qualities, she believed, deserve recognition. As fans continue discussing the story, many concluded that success is measured by more than achievements or popularity. Character ultimately defines a person far more than headlines. When difficult times arrive, people remember who stood beside them, not who applauded from a distance. Whether in entertainment or ordinary life, loyalty remains one of the rarest qualities anyone can possess. Perhaps that is why this fictional story resonated with so many readers. Not because it involved celebrated actors, but because it reflected a hope everyone shares, that during life's darkest moments, someone will quietly take a seat beside us and remind us that we are not facing the journey alone. In a world where headlines often focus on controversy and competition, stories of compassion continue to inspire. They remind us that behind every public figure is a human being who values trust, friendship, and kindness. Whether or not moments like these unfold in exactly this way, the message remains timeless. True friendship is rarely loud. It does not demand applause. It simply stays. As the fictional story continued to spread, more people began reflecting on the unseen bonds that often exist behind the spotlight. Shen Yue reportedly shared that moments like these remind everyone that the strongest friendships are built long before cameras start rolling. Years of working in the same industry, facing the same pressures, and navigating the highs and lows of fame had created connections that outsiders could only guess at. She recalled one quiet evening when the atmosphere in the hospital had become noticeably lighter. Wang Yibo was said to be in better spirits, smiling more than he had in days. The tension that once filled the room had eased, replaced by conversations about future projects, favorite memories from filming, and dreams that had been temporarily placed on hold. Xiao Zhan, according to the fictional account, encouraged him to focus not on what had been interrupted, but on what still lay ahead. Their laughter reportedly echoed down the hallway, catching the attention of nurses who had grown accustomed to the room's earlier silence. One staff member supposedly remarked that it was refreshing to hear genuine happiness returning after days of uncertainty. Even a few minutes of laughter, they believed, could be just as important as medicine in lifting someone's spirit. Shen Yue reflected that witnessing such moments changed her perspective on success. Awards, popularity, and record-breaking achievements may define careers, she said, but it is compassion that defines character. She encouraged people never to underestimate the impact of simply being present for someone during difficult times. A reassuring conversation, a shared smile, or even quiet company can become unforgettable acts of kindness. Fans who followed the story continued sharing heartfelt reactions online, saying the account reminded them to reach out to loved ones they had not spoken to in months. Others described how the fictional story inspired them to appreciate friends who had stood beside them during personal struggles, proving that loyalty often speaks through actions rather than words. As the discussion grew, one message seemed to unite everyone. Behind every successful person is a support system that rarely receives recognition. Whether those supporters are family members, lifelong friends, or trusted colleagues, they often become the quiet strength that helps someone endure life's most challenging chapters. And in this fictional tale, that enduring image of steadfast friendship remained the part that resonated most deeply with readers, leaving them with a reminder that genuine loyalty is one of life's greatest treasures. In the days that followed, The fictional story became less about hospital rooms and celebrity headlines and more about the timeless value of standing by the people who matter most. Shen Yue reportedly summed it up with a simple thought: the greatest acts of kindness are often the ones no one is supposed to see. They happen quietly, away from flashing cameras and trending hashtags, where sincerity cannot be rehearsed. As Wang Yibo's fictional recovery continued, optimism slowly replaced uncertainty. Conversations reportedly shifted from medical updates to future plans, with renewed excitement about returning to work stronger than before. Those around him were said to notice a visible change, not just in his health, but in his determination to embrace every opportunity with even greater gratitude. For Xiao Zhan, according to the fictional narrative, there was never any expectation of recognition. The story suggests that his support came from genuine friendship rather than a desire for praise. That quiet consistency ultimately became the detail that touched so many readers, reminding them that loyalty is measured not by grand gestures, but by the willingness to remain present when someone needs you most. Fans continued to discuss the emotional account, with many saying it inspired them to reconnect with old friends, check on loved ones, and appreciate the people who had stood beside them during life's most difficult moments. In that sense, the fictional story reached beyond the entertainment industry and became a reminder of something universal. Whether remembered as an inspiring tale of friendship or simply a moving piece of storytelling, its message remained clear. Fame may capture attention, but compassion captures hearts. Long after awards are forgotten and headlines fade away, people remember those who chose kindness over convenience and loyalty over recognition. Perhaps that is why this story continues to resonate. At its heart, it is not just about Shen Yue, Xiao Zhan, or Wang Yibo. It is about the enduring belief that true friendship reveals itself when life is at its hardest, and that kind of bond is something worth celebrating.